Welcome back. It's Brooke-Sidney here, your favorite mindset and manifestation coach. And today I am so excited to talk to you about overcoming doubts in manifestation, because if we are real, we all have them at some point, especially when it's a really big desire. But before I get into it, I just want to remind you that there are several ways to work with me: one-on-one coaching, email coaching, and the Manifesting Frequency, which is my brand new course that includes group coaching. So check them out. All the information is listed below. So today I am like rolling with the sevens. If you haven't seen my 7 signs that your desires are impacting your subconscious and your manifestation is near, check that video out. God is really giving me the 7s. And so I have 7 ways to really help you overcome your doubts when you're manifesting. And I just want to begin by saying that this is human. And I know that I feel like in the manifestation community, a lot of people don't talk about the struggles per se. They make it seem like it's so easy. We just use the affirmations and we just use these different tools and technologies to activate our manifestations, which are coming from within, but no one really talks about the struggles. And on this channel, I keep it really real. As I continue to evolve and grow, I learn more things, I'm finding out more things, and I'm also manifesting bigger things. So I feel like God, it's God for me, whatever it is for you. When you are seeking a higher elevation or bigger manifestation, right? This is the process that actually grows us. I think that manifestation is personal development. So I come to it from that angle, and I know that our magic is within, right? So the first thing that I want to say, and there's 7, so I hope you stay till the end, and make sure that you let me know in the comments which one resonates with you, or even if you have found something in your manifestation journey that is working for you, let me know in the comments below. But the first one, I think, when we have a lot of doubts, just a lot of doubts in general about manifestation or changing something in our lives, I do want to say that consider if the doubts are kind of leading you down the path to deeper inner work. Perhaps like there's some lack of self-trust, there could be like a lack of self-worth, there could be things that we need to work on with our self-concept and going even deeper into like why we have them, right? So sometimes that's why we'll manifest something and we'll get it and then we can't hold it, our container, ourself, the person that we truly are. We don't have the sustained thought patterns, vibrations, and energy to actually contain it and keep it. And so that involves deeper work. I know a lot of people don't want to talk about that. We want to band-aid it with affirmations, but truly to really evolve ourselves to the next level, it involves being honest about what we want and then doing the work to get it and changing our thoughts and our self-concept and ultimately our vibration around it. I recently did a quantum leap video that is actually the first meditation that I think I've released on this channel and on this YouTube. And so I encourage you to listen to it while I have it still available. I'm pretty sure I will take it down and put it kind of behind the scenes for my clients and the people that are in my group programs. But I felt called to deliver that, and it starts us on this inner transformation journey and to move us from one timeline to another timeline, okay? So the first thing just to think about, is there any inner work that's needed? Are the doubts that I'm having reflective of something that's going on deep within me? And if so, get some help, get a coach, join one of my programs, get a therapist, but definitely do the work, because once you do that work, you will start to see your doubts disintegrate. You will start to see yourself become more full of determination and decisions and energy around making it happen for yourself and believing in the desires that you're being given. Which leads me to point number 2, is I know that my desires are from God. So whatever you believe in, I think that it's really important, if we have good intentions, and especially if you feel that they're from God, is to really trust those desires. Trust those desires. Our desires, again, are like the seeds, and I've been talking about this a lot lately. Our desires are the seeds that put us in the right place. And those seeds that get nurtured again, all of this is going on within us, are what takes shape and blooms outside of us, right? So the tree, the seeds, all of that, we were born with it. It is done. It is finished. We were born with certain desires, right? I have no desire to become an engineer. Like somebody else has no desire to help people write books or teach on manifestation like I do. Those desires, where do you think they came from? They came from within, and they came from God. So it's a lot easier to trust our desires when we know that they're from God, when we know that they're a part of our human design. I teach on that. So if you need a human design reading, check that out. Our design and our desires are from God, whatever that is for you, right? I use that terminology here because that's what works for me. So trust it. Number 3, putting up 2. Number 3, once we know that desire is from God, once we know that desire is aligned for us, it's a part of how we're designed, it's a part of our purpose, it's a part of what we're supposed to manifest on this planet, then trust it. Trust that that desire is for you. Just trust it. Like, I know that it's sometimes hard to, step fully into the desires and the wish fulfilled and our manifestation goals and dreams, but that is what's required. That's what's required to manifest it and hold it and contain it and keep it and continually to up level. That's why, I'll go back to number 1. Sometimes there are deeper, like, inner work issues that are required. And that's okay. Like, I've done tons of inner work. I love inner work. I think it's a pathway for us elevating. Manifestation to me is inner work. So if you're finding that you're still doubting, even after, you can ask even God for confirmation, you can, meditate and pray on it. But at the end, start trusting that the desire is for you. And I mean that in 2 ways. One, that it's for us, particularly, like in our particular incarnation, right? For us in that way, but it is also for us, meaning for our good, for us to do, to develop us, for our best interest, in our best interest. And so when you start to trust that, it really helps you to become more aligned. It helps you to dispel the doubts and to keep going. It also helps you to persist, which is another reason why I'm doing the video. The 4th thing that I want to say is that you want to learn how to transport yourself fully into the end state of having that wish fulfilled, right? Having your manifestation appear, for having it feel as real. And that's where, you want to start learning how to use your imagination. And I'll tag the imagination videos and feeling it is real. And that's really a part of like learning how to harness your life force energy, the co-creation power that God has given us. You want to learn how to do that. And you want to, again, trust it. Because if you're like, oh, I'm just doing it because Brooke-Sidney on this manifestation channel told me to try it. That's so different and so less powerful than if you decide for yourself that you are going to transport yourself to the end state of you having your wish fulfilled. And you're going to use your powerful imagination. I'm going to make sure I tag that video, your powerful imagination, to place me there so that I can feel it as real, so that I can trust and deepen my trust in the desires that God has given me and into the thing that I want to manifest, okay? So your imagination, your 4D, your kingdom within is such a powerful tool in manifestation. Everything that was never here before, it came through us, and it began by coming into our 4D, into our imagination. From books, I see it all the time. I create them. I help people do them. We see even the ideas for this particular YouTube. It came from the imagination. God gave me the ideas. Everything that's happening on this planet came through in that way, from heaven to earth, from immaterial to material. So use your imagination. Use your imagination. The 5th thing, and it's something I'm going to start talking about more and more because it's the way in which I'm being given the message, the way in which God is speaking to me, is the importance of soaking yourself in the feeling, right? So we know about the feeling as a secret. We keep hearing about that. I think I've talked about it so much, about how our thoughts create our emotions, and our emotions really show us where we're vibrating at. Our emotions and how we're feeling show us what kind of thoughts we're thinking. It's all like this loop, and it's all for using it for our good, for more information. And so once you're in that place of seeing them all connected, then you can start using them for your good. And what you want to do is just begin. Once you're able to find that feeling that you want to achieve, right? You want to, and I've talked about this in so many videos, but what you want to do is you want to go into your imagination, go into that place, feel it is real, bring all of your senses into it. It should be a very sensory experience. And then you want to keep soaking your subconscious. You want to keep impacting your subconscious. You want to keep going back into the imagination, and you want to use all of the technologies, all the tools that we talk about to bring the manifestation to life, essentially. You want to use those to continue soaking your subconscious. And what do I mean by that? If you like affirmations, use affirmations. If you like scripting, use scripting. If you like using imaginal acts and inner conversations, use those, but continue doing them, right? Do it in the morning, do it in the evening. As Neville Goddard has talked about so often, that you do it before you go to sleep, the state akin to sleep. You want to keep soaking your subconscious, right? And I always feel that because that's like a God thing, but it works. It's like soaking yourself in the goodness of the thing, getting yourself into the energy and the vibration of things, feeling it all throughout your body, feeling it in all of your senses. And then number 6 is that I believe in scripting and writing things down. I think that there's such a powerful centering device. So when we do get thrown off, when these doubts do come in, that we're able to have something to quickly refer to. You know, some people will throw an affirmation back at it. So number 6 is go back or return to that place where you were able to see the manifestation as real, the places where the doubts don't exist, the places where the doubts can't get in. So when you were in your quiet time and you felt yourself in the wish fulfilled, you felt yourself in the presence of your amazing partner, when you felt yourself in, speaking on stage, talking about your brand new book, you felt yourself cleaning the kitchen of your brand new home, when you felt yourself changing the diaper of your baby, when you felt yourself driving the new car down Route 1, right? That's what I'm talking about. It's that level of putting yourself into it. And this is what I help my clients do, so that you could actually feel the rhythm, feel the jazz, feel the vibration of your manifestation being real. So when the doubts arise, you have your battle plan. You have the way to win. You go back to when you're in a good place, when you've already discussed to yourself, you've already decided to yourself that you have the thing. You use that energy to combat the doubts, right? You use that energy to speak against it. Like, oh, you're never going to have that house. No, that's not true. I just saw it. I just felt it. I just felt myself actually vacuuming the new rug in my house. I just felt myself in the kitchen putting away my groceries. I just felt my son go up and down the stairs in the new house. Whatever it is, you speak back to it. You use your tools. You use the device that resonates with you most, the technology that speaks to your heart, that you know has worked for you in the past, okay? And then the last thing, for those of you that have been gems and stuck to the end, is that you must know that the doubts are not real. That the doubts are not real. They're just transitioning thoughts, right? I like to think of doubts, and this is from my mindfulness training, so take it with a grain of salt, but it's really helpful to see the doubts as those last lingering thoughts, those last parts of your old self that are lingering around, or You can see them as these fun, playful things encouraging you to become even more steadfast in who you are and who you are becoming and the new thought forms that you're creating now. Or you can see the doubts as ways for you to shore up, like the opposite, right? The doubts appearing, oh, you're never going to have that house. Sure doubt. That's not the case. I always get what I want. I always get the houses that I want. I always get the things that I desire. God put it in my heart for me to get it. There's a purpose for me to have that house. There's a purpose for me to have this new relationship. There's so many things that I'm going to be able to show with my love and my light by having these things, right? It gives you an opportunity to speak back. It actually gives you an opportunity to build your belief. It actually gives you another opportunity to re-script another story that reinforces your new desire and the fact that you have it. So don't let doubts use you. Use your doubts to strengthen your decisions and to fortify your desires and to transport you into the wish fulfilled. So make sure you're subscribed to this channel, like this video, check out the manifesting frequency or my one-on-ones, and I will see you in the next video.